Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you got some soda, some popcorn, and some candy, because we're going to continue on with part 4 of my Wizard of Oz rating, based on the beloved books by L. Frank Baum. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Dorothy y sus amigos were amazed by the multicolored horse. And the denizens of Emerald City are all based on every fictional character you could possibly think of. From Cinderella to Thumbelina to Rapunzel. And from Aladdin to The Little Mermaid to Beauty and the Beast. And from Dracula to Frankenstein to Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter. Even Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler made a cameo. So you must be the famous Scarlett O'Hara. And you must be the famous Dorothy Gale. Wait, how'd you know who I am? 'Cause I've read all about your adventures, honey. Dorothy, darling, you should be kissed more often. I don't think so. Not when Scarlett is right behind you. Frankly, my dear, I don't care. Sorry about that. Continue on. And there was actually a wrestling match going on in Emerald City, which is called the Emerald City Wrestling Association, where it's basically all-star wrestling with various celebrities. The first match of the evening was a triple threat match between Gene Autry versus Tennessee Ernie Ford versus Bing Crosby. You know, first was the little house of Little Nell. Oh dear Santa, fill it well. Give her a dolly that laughs and cries, one that can open and shut its eyes. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. And then the second match of the evening was a tag team match between the Spice Girls versus the Backstreet Boys. And the third match of the evening was between Lady Gaga versus Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. And the main event of the evening was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Randy Orton and Macho Man Randy Savage. You know, oh yeah, it's the Macho Man Randy Savage. Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah, I'm the cream of the crop of the World Wrestling Federation. Oh yeah. Oh, show that Hulk Hogan who's boss around here. In between some of those wrestling matches was actually like a top actress contest. And there was actually a contest between Audrey Hepburn versus Debbie Reynolds to see which top star got the best movies. But the Emerald City judge decided it was a tie between the beautiful Audrey Hepburn and the adorable Debbie Reynolds, because there was no comparing them. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. What kind of an acrobat do you think I am? It would take me all night to write that. I'll be lucky if I'm finished by sunup. Go to sleep, Templeton. to be honest, this is actually a really fun show. You know, seeing all these top stars, you know, do wrestling moves like the German suplex. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. Even my man Clark Gable agrees. Even Count Dracula's enjoying it. You know, I am Dracula. Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make. I never drink wine. But then, unexpectedly, the Wicked Witch of the West showed up again. This time, the Black Smoke says, "Give up Dorothy. And your little raccoon, too." What does it mean? Snow White said. I don't know what's going on, but maybe the Wizard of Oz can explain it, the Ice Queen said. And then they just ran off. Which leaves Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, and the Scarecrow, and Dorothy's little raccoon Terry by themselves. But they had to be very brave about this situation, about the Wicked Witch. As in Margaret Hamilton's take on the character. So they had to face their fears and actually enter the Wizard of Oz's crib. You know, his MTV style crib. You know, was good in the hood, y'all. And through a burst of light, the Wizard of Oz actually showed himself with the styling of Alfred Hitchcock from Alfred Hitchcock Presents in the Alfred Hitchcock Hour and various Alfred Hitchcock movies like To Catch a Thief, Psycho, North by Northwest, Rear Window, and The Birds. And I think he also directed Rebecca, if I'm not mistaken. I am Oz, the great and powerful. What do you want? We've come to get our requests. Me to go home. And me to become like Bob Ross. And me become like Akira Toriyama. And me as a cook like Sandra Lee. Oh, you want those, do you? Well, you have to destroy the Wicked Witch of the West to get your requests. Is that all we have to do? That's right, little lady. And don't come back until you got her broom. Okay, we'll get your broom for you. But it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you like $100,000. Well, you actually have a point, you veggie-loving lion. So, Dorothy and the gang went out to find the Wicked Witch of the West's broom and bring it to the Wizard of Oz, who resembles Alfred Hitchcock. Well, before they even had their task, they went out to Pizza Hut to get some stuffed crust pepperoni pizzas, except for the Cowardly Lion, who prefers veggies on his pizza. like peppers and olives and onions. Because, need I remind you that the Cowardly Lion is a vegetarian? After they had their fix at Pizza Hut, they ventured out into the scariest part of the woods to find the Wicked Witch of the West's castle, which is called Spiky Castle, which is on top of Mount Fuji in Japan. So they had to travel a long, long distance for Dorothy and the gang to reach Mount Fuji in Japan. But they actually had to rest for the night somewhere in the German woods, somewhere near either Berlin or Frankfurt. Then they traveled to Japan to find the Wicked Witch of the West's castle on top of Mount Fuji. And they had to do a little investigating. You know, like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. You know, elementary, my dear Watson. You know, but before they did any of that, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion were all kidnapped by the witch's rodent and reptilian army with bat wings. Yep. Who are actually wearing gangsta gear. You know, like LL Cool J and Coolio from Gangsta's Paradise, leaving Dorothy all alone with that nasty Wicked Witch.
So, my cutie, you still haven't taken the glass slippers off? I'll show you, my cutie, and your little raccoon, too. Ah, that's right, I forgot. Those glass slippers are too good for you, and I'm the only one who can actually use them. In the next hour, you'll be sent to a whole other dimension, like Saban did with Dragon Ball years ago.
Oh, Terry, what am I gonna do? If the hourglass is empty, I'll be sent to another dimension. Terry, you gotta rescue my friends and tell them I'm stuck in here. Go, now.
Okay, this should be the end of part 4 of the story. Stay tuned for part 5 as I finish the story. And I'll be right back after these messages. So don't touch that dial and do not adjust your set.